So my name is Justin Harnish, and I'm the development director and co-founder of Women of the World. And I just want to thank everyone in advance for having Women of the World here to talk briefly about our programs, and to thank the United Nations for coming down to Salt Lake City. So Women of the World is based off a logic model. We've spent a lot of time and developed our business process basically off from a logic model. And in brief, this is how our activities ultimately translate into the impacts that we have on the ladies that we serve. So we serve women, refugees, asylum seekers, and immigrants in our community that have come here to resettle. We help them through our programs of community development, economic empowerment, and customized service, which I'll talk to in some later slides that are a lot more fun than this slide. Our activities are conducted by our staff. We've got a very small staff of 3 individuals. Mackenzie, who's sitting back there in a Women of the World shirt that you can purchase from us. We have 3 staff, a small staff, but we have 50 volunteers, between 30 and 70 volunteers at any time that mentor in our community, that help out with our English language programs, and really just befriend the women and their families and develop that community integration that's so important. And then we have roughly 8 hours of classes in English in the office per week. And a lot of case management happens in the office as well, which we'll talk to. So why women? Why does Women of the World focus solely on women? So if you look at the war and the forcible displacement of the individuals in the refugee, immigrant, and asylee community, you see that women are traumatized, arguably to a greater extent than any other population in those communities. Rape is a tactic of war. The disintegration of the family affects women to a great degree. As women come to the United States or to the resettlement country, a third resettlement country, the women in traditional societies are impacted to a great degree by the ostracism that their community might place upon them for going out and being in the community, and of course domestic violence and the traumas of war may come along with some of these women, and certainly PTSD is a situation that all refugees face. But women are that critical component to building community and developing families that educate children, that make sure that nutrition and all of the components of refugee life. And so Women of the World brings these women who are succeeding and developing self-reliance, which is ultimately the impact that we hope to make, together into the community, and awards them with recognition of their achievements. These achievements can be gaining an advanced degree, getting a job, or just simply moving out of a situation of domestic violence and into a place where they're gaining their self-reliance. And so we recruit community leaders. You can see Mayor Biskupski in these pictures. You can see Mayor McAdams' wife, First Lady McAdams, in these pictures as well. We recruit these community leaders to come and recognize these women, further building that community and integrating those ties that bind in their own communities and eventually into our mentors' families and the community at large. Our customized service program, as you can see, isn't 100%. It doesn't make everybody happy up there in the left-hand corner, but we really want to draw people in based upon their unique needs. And so our ladies come from over 40 countries. Of the 130 languages that Valderrama spoke to, our ladies speak 100 of those languages in dialects that are oftentimes not written or known in book form. They're only a verbal language. And so we have a lot to do around serving their unique needs. So we have women with advanced degrees. Refugees don't come in a one-size-fits-all fashion. And so we have women with advanced degrees. We also have women that have never worked and are from a very traditional society, and everything in between. And so we customize services to their health care, their immigration status, their needs as far as legal or civic actions, getting them citizenship and so forth. And that's our customized service program. Economic empowerment is a huge shift in focus for women of the world, and we've wanted to really draw women from that customized service that they can take at any time. Problems crop up whether you're a year into your resettlement or you're 8 years into your resettlement. And so Women of the World continues to work with our ladies. But we want them to gain self-reliance, and that means moving into a job and then moving into a career. And a career is a real impactful way for the ladies that are our clients to move towards self-reliance, which is the ultimate aim. And so we have women that are gaining advanced degrees, that are starting their own businesses, that are getting jobs and getting careers. And then finally, community development is our third program. This really offers our ladies a safe space in which to develop community with those that are native to the United States. This starts with English. This starts with our mentors who are going into the homes, befriending women, and helping them to learn English, helping them through their mail, helping their kids to have a source of friends and people that they can go and, whether it's the Super Bowl party that they're invited to or the Halloween costume party, that's the benefit of having our mentors just befriending and, again, customized to the needs of the women in the community. Self-reliance is the goal. Right? We feel like we can offer that self-reliance and really integrate the women into community. We talk about blending the best of their efforts and what they know with the culture of Salt Lake City. And so it's not a balancing act, and it's not complete disintegration of what they know, but really utilizing their best skills in developing that self-reliance. A lot of community leaders, again, are important in that with regards to really promoting and ingraining that idea that what they're doing is important in our community. So the impact of our self-reliance, we were told to bring some impact in. We're happy to do that. Samira and I are both engineers by education and trade, and so data is near and dear to our hearts, maybe too much so. So we talk about self-reliance on both sides of the battle, both sides of our refugee women's balance sheets. And so on the revenue side, we hope to increase their revenue by moving them again in that progression from being in a job to being in a career and continuing that career progression. So in 2017, we applied for 218 jobs and we got 65 of those. For our ladies, 81 applications in 2018, resulting in 32 jobs. But the newest metric that we've been tracking that we're super proud of is that annualized earnings growth. Are our ladies getting more hours in their job? Are they getting a better wage? Are they getting into a career where they're paid not by the hour, but by their skill set? And so in 2018 already, we've gotten our ladies over $500,000 in annualized earnings growth from just them gaining a new job or gaining a career or more hours. We also help them to decrease their expenses. There is a social safety net in the United States of America, but it is very difficult to find. We have resources like Mackenzie, like Samira in our office that know the routes to help women who are in need of some further health care, who need some immigration status updates, who need affordable housing. And so in 2018, we're already at $75,000 that we've assisted the women that we serve to reduce their expenses, and even $1,000 can be difficult for. I think the percentages are that 30% of Americans couldn't afford an extra $1,000 worth of expense. So this is hitting low-income individuals and really getting them through a bill that they couldn't possibly afford. And again, a lot of this stuff is just they didn't know how to apply their Medicaid to a particular bill, and so we help them to do that. So how are we partnering with the UN? Well, this lovely lady, the executive director of Women of the World, who can't be here today because she's on a service mission in Uganda, is the 2018 Nansen America's finalist. The Nansen Award is handed out by the UNHCR. We were in Geneva just at the first of the month to receive this award, but it's an award for excellence in refugee service, and so we're very proud and of our leadership in this and winning this award, and humbled to be amongst those hardworking individuals at the UNHCR. If you haven't had a chance to just hang out, to be a part of the work of the UN, the UNHCR, it will floor you. The talent and the smarts and the utter, the amazing work ethic of the individuals at the UNHCR, it absolutely floored us. So we want to, thank the UN for being here. We know how hard you work. We're just impressed as we can be, and we're humbled by this award. And so, thank you for that. And we hope to partner in every way, shape, and form and be an excellent arbiter of what this award means to the UN. So we're committed to transparency, just like all nonprofits. We hope to spend most of our money in programs, and we do that. We report this out on our website. And this is a big chunk. We're a goal-oriented organization, but there's a lot here. And of course, we support gender equality to a great degree as Women of the World. We are all about developing, and committed to those leaders who have already shown great, commitment to peace and justice, and this is something that is very aspirational for us at this moment. So we hope to continue on and do the good work here. So we dream of the day where our women are self-reliant, who are members of this community, who are integrated into an event like this, right, where they have a place at all of the tables, and we are getting there. These ladies are extraordinarily hardworking, smart, and have differentiated skills to offer our community. So Women of the World certainly need your help. Feel free to get involved in our programs. If there's something in here that really inspires and intrigues you. The women at our office, and certainly Samira, would love to have a conversation with you. She's a much more charismatic person in making these pitches, so she will help out where that is involved. And of course, our programs require constant funding, and speaking out about these issues and getting us all together is very important. So thank you very much for your time and for having women